What's up guys, Jim Yosef here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going through the official Team of the Season Most Consistent final drafts for bronze, silver and gold. These are the cards we're getting on FIFA Ultimate Team in, I imagine, a few weeks time. But just before we get started, as always, if you can show your support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and the comments below. Out of all these Team of the Season Most Consistent players, what are you looking forward to using the most? And finally, if you missed today's first video, it will be down below in the description box. So two things just before we get into the team. Number one, the actual release date for this Team of the Seasons, that is not confirmed. We have no idea as of yet. The deadline was the 24th of April, which I think is today in fact. And usually, the Team of the Season Most Consistent tends to come out about 2 weeks after the deadline itself. Now again, that's just speculation, but that's what my guess is at least for this Team of the Season. And finally, the stats and the ratings, they're all predictions. So for the bronze and silver teams, I'm probably going through these quite quickly because most people are here for their gold team. So first up, a goalkeeper called Julian Pollersbeck, who's a German player. Then we have got Ryan Grant, a player currently playing in Australia, I believe. Then we got Christian Burgess of Portsmouth, followed by Liam Lindsay playing in Scotland. Pablo Guiñazú, a Argentinian CDM. Then we have got Christian Norgard, who plays for Brøndby, I think that is. Some okay stats for a CDM that's bronze. Then we have got Alioski. Apologies if I butcher his names, by the way. I'm not gonna lie, haven't really heard of many of them, if any of them, to be honest. Then we have got Henry Onyekuru, who's a Nigerian left midfielder, very pacey, and some decent dribbling, to be fair, on a bronze player. Then we have got Frederick Hugen, who, to be honest, out of a lot of them, probably looks the best. And the reason I'm saying that, for a 64 rated player, around 81 pace, 73 dribbling, 75 shot, and 71 passing, not bad whatsoever. Then we've got the two strikers, Adama Niani, and the other one is Sean Maguire. And onto the bench and the reserves. First up, we've got Chris Maxwell, a Welsh goalkeeper playing for Preston North End. Then we have got Ivan Runge, again apologies, who's a Croatian centre back with 74 defending and 77 physical. Then we have got Sulu Vaisinen, so it's pretty decent. Then we have got Jack O'Connell, who plays for Sheffield United, another centre back. Moving on, we have got An Hyun Byom, who plays in the K-League with 86 pace and just 45 defending on a right wing back, which is pretty damn awful. Then we move on to Lucas Larega, a Danish centre midfielder. Looks pretty well rounded, like again, just like the other guy, the other centre midfielder in the starting 11. Out of all of them, probably looks the most solid. Then move on to Chadrick Akolo, a right midfielder playing in Switzerland with 80 pace. Then we move on to David Wheeler, who plays for Exeter City, I think that is. Yeah, Exeter City, who do also have an award-winning centre midfielder, which is a silver, so a nice hyperlink there. Then we move on to John Akinde, 87 pace, 87 physical. He'd be a bit of a monster. And the final couple, Rafael Silva, a Brazilian striker, who I think plays in the K-League. And the final one, or the final two, Charlie Wyckwicke, who plays for Bradford. The final one then is Amath Diedu, and he plays for Tenerife in Spain. So that is the team then for the bronze Team of the Season Most Consistent. Again, out of all of them, this guy right here, he's probably the best one. And now we go on to silver Team of the Season Most Consistent. The goalkeeper is Hansen, a Danish goalkeeper. Looks pretty solid for a 74. Then we move on to Emil Salamanson, and 90 pace on him, very solid to be fair. And he plays for, is it IFK? IFK Göteborg, who I think are in Sweden. Then we got to first centre back, and that is a long name, Jean-Henri van der Heijden, who plays for Feyenoord. The card looks pretty solid apart from his pace. His pace is god-awful. The rest of it is very good for a silver. Then we have got Viktor Vasin, who plays for CSKA Moscow in Russia, 80 defending, 82 physical. Left back, probably my favourite one out of silvers, Theo Hernandez, currently linked to Real Madrid in real life, and that's a great card right there. Bear in mind he's 6'1", 91 pace, 81 dribbling, 82 physical, 70 passing, and 78 defending. That's actually a decent looking gold card potentially. And my guess is it'll be one of the most expensive silvers in Team Season Most Consistent this year, but I really can't see them being that expensive, especially if there's SBCs and whatnot along the line. Then we've gone to midfield. We've got Dennis Bouangou, who plays for, I think it's a team in the second tier in France possibly. Tours FC, he's also from Gabon, so a link to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. The first centre midfielder is Miete, a silver Frenchman, CDM, looks pretty decent to be honest, 83 physical, some okay dribbling and defending, 71 passing and 78 pace. Then we move on to Graham Carey, an Irish midfielder who plays for Plymouth, with 87 pace, 73 dribbling, 80 physical, 76 shot and 75 passing, looks pretty damn usable. Then we move on to Mark Schnatterer, a German left midfielder, 80 shooting. And the two strikers are Caputo with 89 pace, 80 shot, 77 physical and 75 dribbling. His partner is Chris Wood, very deserved, from Leeds United. I have no idea how he's not a special card this year. He's nominated for so many awards, didn't win any of them, but he'll be in the EFL team this season as well, so he'll probably be re-released, and I imagine his price will be pretty damn affordable. Then we go on to Danny Vukovic, currently playing for Sydney in Australia. Followed by a Polish left back called Tomasic with 70 pace. It's pretty awful, and I doubt many people use him. Then we move on to Lorenzo Gordinho, a South African player for Kaizer Chiefs, 75 pace, 79 defending and 77 physical, so a pretty usable centre back. Then we have got Usama Hassawi, who would probably be in the Saudi Pro League TOTS as well, which is a very popular league when it comes to TOTS, because they have some players that are very cheap, but also pretty damn good in game, like Al-Sama. And he'll definitely be in contention for the best silver centre back in the game with 79 pace, 80 defending and 89 physical. Then we go on to Andrea Conti, a right wing back for Atalanta in the Serie A. His pace isn't fantastic, and I doubt many people use him over like Sabate. Then we go on to Deniz Turic. I think actually had a nation change this year, but he's now Turkish. I think his old card was possibly Dutch. Then we have got Johnny Hayes, who plays for Aberdeen, a left wing with 92 pace, 81 dribbling and 71 shot and 72 passing and 73 physical. Then we have got Kengu Nakamura, a Japanese centre midfielder. His pace is terrible, but the rest of it, that's pretty good. John Fleck from Sheffield United is up next, a very solid card, and I think Sheffield United have actually got a few team seasons potentially this season. Then we go on to Gaz Zahid, a Norwegian cam. I think his base card's a left winger. That card isn't bad whatsoever for a silver player. I'm not sure if he has 4-star skill moves. The final one, a final couple, Angel from Zaragoza, 85 pace, 80 shot and 82 dribbling. And then we go on to Alfredo Morelos, a Colombian striker, 83 pace, 76 shot, 76 physical. The rest of it, pretty meh. So as the silver team is the most consistent done now, I try getting through as quick as possible while showing every single player. Other people may be interested in players that don't appeal to me, but of course they may support a team, or just like the player in general. And now we get on to the gold team season most consistent final draft then. The first player, the goalkeeper, Oliver Baumann, who plays for Hoffenheim. A very solid goalkeeper in fact with them boosts, 89 diving, 91 reflexes, 86 handling and 83 positioning. I've matched the ratings that are on the predictions on the actual thread itself, so 87 for him, very good rating. First defender is Danny Carvajal. He actually made it back in due to the fact that I think he had to play a certain amount of minutes against Barcelona to be fully eligible to do it, and he did play it. So of course a great card there, potentially 90 rated, 89 pace, 89 defending, 86 dribbling and physical, and 84 passing. Another one of the very usable players is Jan Vertonghen from Tottenham, 89 rated potentially for him, 74 pace and shot, 80 passing, 90 defending, and 88 physical. A bit of a beast there, and potentially Toby Alderweireld also getting a TOTS in the Premier League version. That'd be a very nice hyperlink. Then we go on to Fazio from Roma, 87 rated for him. He's very tall, but one thing about him, the 42 pace really lets him down. Apparently he'll be definitely getting into the Serie A TOTS as well, but 90 defending, 88 physical, the rest, it doesn't really appeal to me personally. Then we go on to the final defender, actually first midfielder, Morgan Sanson from Marseille. Now that card, all 80 club. I believe he played for Montpellier at the start of the season, then transferred to Marseille in January and continued his fine form. So great card there, and definitely one I'll be trying to pick up. Then we move on to Danilo Pereira from FC Porto, a bit of a monster, very tall, 90 defending, 93 physical, and imagine the shooting and passing upgrades, they'll be pretty hefty. The first winger is going to be Gelson or Gelson Martins from Sporting, a potentially 99 pace on him, 92 dribbling, 80 shot, and 81 passing. I think the shooting and passing upgrades, they'll be a bit better than what I've done personally. Like most of them are +6s, +7s, but I think EA, they maybe do up +10s. The left-hand side player is Bruma from Galatasaray, who's a late entry into the draft, so I think draft number 5 or 6, and obviously in the final one as well now. 98 pace, 92 dribbling, 73 physical, 80 passing, and 79 shooting. And if it's the same as last year, I'm pretty sure the Turkish league also got a TOTS of its own. Then we go on to Jonathan Vieira of Las Palmas in Spain, and as a centre midfielder, he looks very tidy. 88 pace, 91 dribbling, 81 shot, 89 passing, and it's 74 physical. I'm assuming the defending upgrade itself will be pretty big as well. He's gone from a left midfielder or a winger to a central midfielder or a cam. Then we go on to Sebastian Juicy. Again, if I said his name wrong, I apologise. He plays for River Plate, and I've given some nice upgrades: 90 pace, 85 shot, 81 dribbling, 75 passing, and it's 76 physical. And the final attacker is going to be Pizzini for Hellas Verona, and his card doesn't look great. 83 shooting, okay, that's pretty decent. The rest of it, I'm probably going to pass on that card. Now we've gone to the bench then, and first a goalkeeper as Campagna, who plays 4, and we'll see what team that is. That is Independiente. Another one for Leeds United fans is going to be Pontus Jansson. He made it in over Dunk, I think it was, who was his rival in the position. 70 pace, 86 defending, 86 physical, a bit of a monster right there. And that could be their second TOTS alongside Chris Wood in the silver team. Then we go on to Marcelo from Besiktas, a Brazilian centre-back. It's pretty solid, 76 pace, 85 defending and 84 physical. Moving on, we go on to Sebastian Rudy from Hoffenheim. In real life, of course, is going to Bayern Munich on a free transfer this summer, but as a CDM, pretty well rounded. Then move on to Karim El Ahmadi, playing for Feyenoord. And I do imagine Feyenoord will get a fair amount of TOTS this year in the Benelux edition, because I think they're going to win the league. Then we go on to Yorick Rave, played for Young Boys, and I said it last time in the first draft, he doesn't really appeal to me at all because the stats, they're pretty awful, and the dribbling mainly, 79 dribbling after a big upgrade is terrible. Then we go on to Matt Ritchie from Newcastle, and he was also a late addition. About 83 rate or so, 84 pace, 83 dribbling, 82 shot, 81 passing and 74 physical, and I imagine will be re-released in the EFL TOTS. Then we move on to Matthias Jorgensen from Copenhagen, 78 pace, 83 defending, 88 physical, was pretty solid. And the final couple, we've got Pazdan, a Polish centre-back, 83 rate again, but stats-wise, probably the worst of the lot we've seen so far. And then we move on to Denis Glushikov, who plays for Spartak, and he's a very well-rounded card as a CDM, playing in Russia. Then we have got Ruud Vormer playing for Club Brugge in Belgium, and again, there's some quite rounded cards, but ones that won't really cost too much. And he definitely comes into that category. And moving on, we got to a final player, and that is going to be Lucas Torreira. Again, I said his name wrong probably, a Uruguayan playing for Sampdoria in Italy. In fact, that's not the last players, 24 players in TOTS most consistent gold, I imagine, because one of them will be used as an SBC. And it could well be this man right here, Roger, who plays for Levante, 90 pace, 83 dribbling, 85 shot, 80 physical, and 70 passing. So there is a TOTS most consistent gold final draft, and in comparison to the first draft we saw a week ago, it's improved a lot. I'm still a little bit salty that Gini Wijnaldum did not get in there, but what can we do? It's obviously community voted, and they obviously went for someone else. But overall, some players that I really want to try, Carvajal, Vertonghen, and probably that Sanson from Marseille. But that, guys, is going to be the end of this video. So as always, if you enjoyed it or found it helpful, show your support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and the comments below. Out of all these TOTS and most consistent, what player are you looking forward to using the most? And finally, if you missed my previous video, it'll be down below in the description box. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.